Hi everyone, and thanks for tuning in to my weekly video message. On Thursday night and Friday, we will celebrate Purim, and I'm really looking forward to our community celebration on Thursday night because it's always such a joyful time with so much laughter, so much silliness, so much fun, wonderful stuff, and I really hope you'll join us this Thursday night. But I think even more than this wonderful celebration, what I really love about Purim is that it's such a powerful opportunity to live into our vision of who we are as a community and who we want to be. And in particular, to deepen our practice of community care with one another. On Purim, we're called to do two mitzvot that particularly help us do this, help us deepen into our practice of community care. And that's the mitzvah of mishloach manot, giving gift baskets to one another, and matanot le'evyonim, giving charity to the poor among us. And I think both, in different ways, really weave us more tightly together as a community. And they really help us deepen our care for one another. With mishloach manot, which so many in our community participated in this year, we can really notice and deepen our connections with one another. As people in our community were delivering mishloach manot to each other all around the area on Sunday, I was imagining this great web being woven that was connecting us all. One that allows us to see ourselves as being in deep and joyful relationship with one another and in deep service to each other in our community. And with matanot le'evyonim, giving to the poor, what we're doing with that mitzvah is we're creating a community in which those who are most vulnerable are cared for. And when I think about this, I think what we're doing is not only caring for the poor, but we're also strengthening our spiritual muscle of making sure that those who are most vulnerable more broadly in our community are being cared for and getting the support they need. I think both mitzvot are really here to help us weave our community together even more tightly. And they're really meant to help us deepen our care for one another. And doing these things in this moment strike me as incredibly important. For many of us in this community, this is a very frightening and uncertain time. Maybe we're worried about the strength of our democracy. Maybe we're worried about the ways that immigrants are being denigrated. Maybe we're worried about our trans friends and family members. Maybe we're even worried about our own financial future as things in the economy are relatively unstable. And amidst this uncertainty, we really need each other. We need each other's support. We need each other's care. We need each other's encouragement and strength. We may even need material support from each other, or support if someone we love is experiencing real harm in this time. These are the kinds of things that we need to get through. The story of Purim is a story about what it was like for our ancestors to live in a precarious time of their own. And we can learn a lot from how they responded to their own precarious circumstances. Our ancestors chose to respond to the fragility of their world by weaving their community more tightly together. And they did so through these joyful and generous practices of giving gifts to one another and charity to the poor. And we can do this too. We can do all of these mitzvot on Purim and so much more to really weave ourselves together into the kind of strong and caring community that we all need to make it through. Because even though we cannot be sure what is around the corner, what we can be sure is that we cannot face it alone, and that we'll truly need each other if we're going to make it through. So with that, I want to invite us all to reflect this week. In what ways do you experience TBT as a source of strength and support right now? And how can Purim be an opportunity for us as a community to deepen our community commitment to supporting and caring for one another in precarious times? As usual, I look forward to hearing your responses to these questions. You can reach me at rabbi@bethtorah.org. I look forward to hearing what's on your heart and on your mind, and wishing you a very happy Purim.